Another is an anime in the horror genre that revolves around a student named Koichi Sakakibara, I definitely pronounced that wrong, getting transferred into a new school and into Class 3-3, which has an infamous backstory of a girl named Misaki dying partway through the school year in 1972. And her fellow students decide to pretend that she is still a classmate and still alive, which is actually really sad if you think about it, and somehow she is seen in that year's graduation photo. The main character Koichi becomes infatuated with a girl that wears an eye patch and thinks she's a pirate. Not actually, the other eye is covered up because it can see the color of death and indicates when someone is going to die, and that is used later on in the anime. She is usually seen sitting alone and drawing, while the other classmates refuse to even acknowledge her existence. We learn that the reason for that is because there is a curse that if you don't treat one of the students as dead, the curse starts killing people. Like I said, it's a horror anime, and it has a really interesting story and plot. It has a lot of bloody and gory scenes, but it's not over the top, and when it happens, it's usually somewhat shocking and unexpected. Unlike some shows or stories where the blood and gore is used as a scare tactic and usually comes off not scary at all. But another pulls it off in a way where it adds to the creepiness to it. My favorite thing in horror is a good atmosphere, and this anime has amazing atmosphere. When there is a jump scare, it's not used in a way where it's cheesy or dumb. Again, it adds to that feeling of dread and anxiety. One of the deaths is a girl literally falling onto an umbrella, and that scene still grosses me out to this day. But it didn't feel like an unnecessary death, it just genuinely freaked me out because that is one hell of a way to go out. It's basically Final Destination but in anime form, and I could literally end the video right there because that almost sums up the whole anime, but the gore and creepy shit isn't the only thing interesting throughout the anime, so I will continue. The curse, or the calamity, keeps killing more and more students off. One of the most brutal deaths is on the beach where one of the characters, Junta, gets absolutely destroyed by a boat trying to retrieve a beach ball that went flying into the ocean. Before this, he fell down the stairs and hit his head in his house, so he had internal bleeding already, so when he went out to swim for it, he ended up dying even before he got obliterated by the boat, which is pretty fucked up. After that horrific beach episode, some of the students end up finding a tape that another student from class here recorded 15 years ago. Explains the only way to remove the curse is to kill the already dead person. So now some of the students have this information while the rest of the class go on a field trip. And in episode 11, someone starts killing people and they light the whole damn place up. Then while trying to find evidence, they find that the tape they found is now gone. One of the students, Takako, listened to the tape and is now trying to find and kill the already dead and ends up killing quite a few people in the process. And then the tape is played on a loudspeaker, so everyone ends up hearing the message of send the dead back to the death. And everyone starts panicking and killing people, and it just causes way more problems and unnecessary deaths than need be. Then one of the students thinks it's Koichi and tries to kill him, fails and gets munted from behind by another student named Izumi, which also tries to kill him, but the librarian Chibiki stops her and she runs off. Then a fucking lightning bolt hits the field trip house and drops a whole chandelier on her ass, and now she's dead too. Then Koichi finds the girl that wore the eye patch without the eye patch on, and it's revealed that she can see the color of death and can see who the already dead is. I know I spoiled that at the start, but the anime reveals that at the end. I actually forgot an important moment in the anime where the girl with the eye patch is revealed to be Misaki, the girl who died in 1972, but anyway. They find Koichi's aunt stuck under a tree log, and it's revealed that she is the already dead and is the cause of the calamity. She died 15 years ago due to drowning and was resurrected as the dead and became the extra student. It is a really dramatic and emotional scene, and I think it's handled very well. It was very annoying that Misaki didn't use her magical eye to see who the cause of the curse was because it just ended up causing a huge massacre, but that's the only part that really confused me. There is only one season, and I don't think there will be another season since it came out 12 years ago, and that's honestly really disappointing since I actually really like this anime despite me not being an anime watcher. I think this will probably be my only anime, but if people have suggestions of other good horror anime, I would gladly be open to that. And if you enjoy horror or need new anime, I suggest watching this because I didn't properly explain everything in this video. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go order a body pillow and a 30-pack of ramen noodles now.
Blast off, up to the stars we go.